Okay, welcome YouTube to WCA Chinese Qualifier number 1, semifinal, best of 3. We're gonna determine the opponent of ZDR in the grand final. What a surprise yesterday when he beat Yumiko. So the group stage for both players, 120 coming from Group B. He won 1-2 against. He lost 1-2 against Infi in a very dramatic series, I might say. 1 against ZDR 2-0 and 2-1 against Shishi. So he advanced number 1 out of his group. The world champion Fly is his opponent here today. He beat WFZ 2-1, lost to Yumiko 0-2, and in the deciding match in Group A, he beat TH 2-1. So, yeah, that's the history of the two players. And Remo, here's the Blade Master already, waiting for some kills.
Yeah, interesting and somewhat innovative early game from 120 already. He went for the big Sasquatch guy, which gives a lot of experience, 92 experience from that guy, and a very offensive Nerub tower here with an exposed Ziggurat. This is of course great when you're facing a lot of grunt pressure early, but it can also really backfire because exposed Ziggurats are very vulnerable to the Orc, because of course normal damage and the Blade Master will put out a lot of damage on that those fortified structures. So if 120 leaves his base, he might be in fear of losing the Ziggurat, but he's just hanging outside his base, he's continuing to creep up, and of course the Blade Master is here to harass, and the Nerub tower, we can already seeing it putting in some work.
Yeah, it actually works. Fly, of course, very known for his aggressive Blade Master, so 120 knew that he would hang around in the base sometime, and that Nerub tower, perfect counter to that, I totally agree, and he scares the Orc away, and did not lose that much, apart from some hit points on his Death Knight, but of course he has to be aware that the Blade Master is still around. One more Windwalk up his sleeve, and he wants to get the big one, of course.
And also the potion there of rejuvenation, or what's it called?
Yeah.
Restoration. Restoration? No, wait.
Rejuvenation potion.
No, is it rejuvenation?
Yeah.
Nah.
Replenishment.
Replenishment, that's right. Damn, so many words with R. That was a really nice pickup, and honestly, Fly isn't accomplishing too much. He's getting some damage done though now with the grunts, maybe blocking, but no, the Blight is right there. We have almost even supply, and Fly is like, dude, like, this is such a good counter, what I'm supposed to do here. Normally I get way more damage done, but with this tower, and with you taking the Sasquatch early on, and now you can defend your Renegade. Oh, can he though? Yeah, he gets it with a coin.
But the Blade Master got the item, Gloves of Haste for him, not the worst thing. Would have been nice for the Lich later, but for the Blade Master it's not that great of a boost. And now he's starting to lose some HP on his grunt, so he has to retreat. Tier 2 though is finished. We're gonna see the Torrent Chieftain second on Amazonia. That is quite rare. And Beastery plus early War Mill, no Lodge from Fly.
Back in 2014, when WFZ was still the dominant force, Fly had basically no chance against the Undead back then. And many players blamed the TC for this. Fly was very stubborn, he always went Torrent Chieftain, and WFZ just put on the pressure right away on tier 2 and kept on pressuring his opponent before TC could reach level 3. Now recently though, with Focus and with Fly as well, we have been seeing the TC be way more successful against Undead. But still, it does have some weaknesses, but the Blade Master did find his level 3, and the Zombie Mask, by the way, also a very nice item. So now he can solo creep with the TC. Question is the Undead gonna scout this? Is the Undead gonna decide to pressure behind this? Speaking of creeping now, he steals the big one, and that's a huge deal actually. Keeps the DK away from level 3, and before the Lich is out, of course, the Undead has to be very afraid.
And watch awards for Fly, so not only the Blade Master roaming around, not only the Blade Master getting the info, but no, the watch awards will help him as well. So the Lich is out, tier 3 tech immediately. Of course he wants the Orb of Corruption, here's the Slaughterhouse, Graveyard is in time, everything in order for 120. But yeah, the leveling of the Torrent Chieftain goes pretty well. Losing some HP here and there, but he has the 3 more selves, so that's gonna be alright. And he finds additional set of watch awards, so 4 wards for him. He's gonna have vision across all of Amazonia.
Yeah, exactly. Amazonia is such a small map, and wards are probably a little bit broken here because you can put 1 on each side of the opponent's base, and then you'll basically always know where he's gonna be. And what we're seeing now is what I was mentioning. He's trying to pressure the Orc while he's creeping, and he's losing a grunt to creeps though, actually, which is a big deal because the DK is still not level 3, and here you can see how important it is for the Undead to pressure the Orc. He doesn't have the desired level 2 coil, but he still wants to keep up the pressure. Now finally he reaches level 3, but in the main base there is a Zapper with a speed scroll. He gets rid of a Ziggurat. The ghouls are trying to block the Blade Master, actually successfully doing so. There's a lot more Windwalk though to be had. He can choose to use it if he so desires, but the tech is almost finished, so even if he gets the Acolytes, wouldn't be that huge of a loss. So in the end, it's a trade for 1 Ziggurat against 1 Zapper. Resource-wise, it's not that great for the Orc, but it does create some more space for the TC, who's still not level 3.
That's true, he's going for the Merc camp at the moment. 120 is supply stuck, thanks to that Zapper, and will be that for quite some time. But he is on tier 3, he can get the upgrade for the Destroyer, so he will... Does he have the Orb already? No, right? No, he doesn't.
He has it on the DK.
He has it? Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. So now it's on the Lich, everything is fine. 8 minutes into the game, Blade Master once again trying to harass the Acolytes. Got 1, if I saw that correctly.
Yeah, I wonder where the corpse is. Where's the corpse? Ah, it's right next to the upper Acolyte. The other keeps on pressuring. He doesn't start Destroyer upgrade. I thought when he was supply stuck that would have been the perfect opportunity, but maybe he wants to get the Dark Ranger as quickly as possible. He is pretty close to the tavern. He's sending 1 skeleton there right now, so I imagine it's the Dark Ranger, or is he gonna listen to you? Is it gonna be the Pit Lord? No, it's not.
No, it's the Dark Ranger. I think there's not too much damage on the battlefield for the Orcs, so the Blade Master is not that pimped. The Torrent Chieftain is, of course, not a damage dealer with right-clicks, with spells and stuff, so I think the Pit Lord would have been a worse choice here. It's never bad, but the Dark Ranger definitely better when you can keep the Blade Master out of Windwalk, when you can prevent the Torrent Chieftain from stomping. But is it a position for 120 to fight here?
He only has 1 statue, he has no destroyers, he has 5 fiends. He feels the need to get a ghoul here as well. That little bit of normal damage helps actually quite a bit against the Raiders, and Fly isn't sure he wants to engage here himself. He doesn't have level 3 TC, he has no involts. I think that's the biggest deal. He has no damage mitigation from Spirit Link and no involts, only 1 single healing potion. Now he has the Orb of Lightning and actually a 2nd healing potion, and I guess with this he feels confident. He finds the first end snare. We see a few illusions coming out here. He gets the big golem and gets the item, the big involt. That's a huge deal actually. But he engages anyway. Speed scroll, here we go. TC running in, immediately silenced, eating the coil Nova, down to half HP already. The Blade Master also in trouble, has to use the healing potion, and now he's out of mana. He can't get away, the coil comes in. What was this? Huge mistake from Fly, losing his first heroes. Where are the invols, man? They're nowhere. But now the Lich might be in trouble. He has the invol still though, doesn't even need to use it. The coil keeps him alive. The units, however, for Fly are still very healthy. He hasn't lost a single 1-8, but of course, the biggest one, the most important one, the Blade Master is gone. But now he's starting to lose the Raiders. Where is the Micro, man? He's not moving back anything.
Yeah, maybe he feels just like us today. Torrent Chieftain is coming back in. Where's the Stomp? There is silence again. Great Dark Ranger play so far. The Ghoul is down, but he gets a Grunt in return. And 120 still looking strong. There's the coil, follow-up shots by the Fiends. And that Raider... not gonna die here. Nice end snare to save him in the end.
Yeah, very sloppy losing his first hero, the Blade Master. He's coming back out though, so he's almost halfway done through the altar. But right now the grunts are being chased, and he's using those coils very liberally. And even though this was a very good exchange for 120, once those heroes are out of mana, his fighting strength decreases significantly. Doesn't quite get the block there on the grunt. Has 3 fiends and 1 statue remaining, and 1 fiend being picked off in the middle right there. Nicely done, catching the reinforcements. But it seems like 120, man, he doesn't want to give this up.
No, never. He keeps on fighting. We still don't have the Destroyer upgrade, by the way. He plays this with fiends and statues only. He has Burrow and 1 attack upgrade, but that's about it. On the other side, we have the Warsong Battle Drums upgrade already for Fly.
I think he has the Destroyer upgrade though, otherwise it would be really weird to get a 3rd statue.
It's not in the client, you can see it in the client. The last tab is the upgrades that you got.
Ah, cool, I didn't know that.
And
well,
yeah,
that is very weird. That might be a macro that must be a macro mistake, because getting a 3rd statue is absolutely not worth it if you don't have Destroyer upgrade. So he must have forgotten about this. Getting the 2nd attack upgrade right now.
Yeah, investing a lot. Maybe he saved his tactics and knows that it's enough. I don't know. What's the reason behind the Blade Master once again? Trying to steal it. And Rune Bracers. That would have been a nice item for the Blade Master, but no, he keeps it on the Death Knight. Even a mana potion there. Big invul on the Lich. Dark Ranger is empty, but I think Coils will save her. Of course, he wants level 3 on the Lich. Nice burrow, and that is the second last Windwalk. Maybe, can he get it with some luck? Can he get the Dark Ranger? He tries to go for it. Backstab, no crit. Coil, level 3 for the Lich. Everything in order for 120.
Almost trying to get the Blade Master there with silence so that he can focus him before he can get into Windwalk. Gets it off though. But look at this Blade Master, man. He is not scary at all. He has 1 Gloves of Haste. He doesn't even have Boots of Speed to get away, but I don't even think you need to focus this Blade Master. There's no level 2 crit. There's only +5 damage from the orb, so I think this Blade is kind of a non-factor this game. I think the TC is the only scary thing. And he has now finally one great item that keeps him alive for a long time, and that's the Greater Invul he found from his opponent's natural. And it's a level 4 TC already. The level 2 aura is really nice to have, but the stomps will be good, unless there is Magnificent Fiend Micro, of course. But where's the damage? It's certainly not going to come from the Blade Master.
Yeah, he's building Headhunters now, but usually you want them against Destroyers, which are... is the upgrade there? Okay, now he has it. Now he has the Destroyer upgrade, and so the Headhunters make a lot more sense now. It's 60 food versus 60. And yeah, the Headhunters will be some damage. The Kodo, of course, boosts everything for 20%, so it's not going to be that bad. But I see your point. Usually the Orc is very dependent on the strength of the Blade Master. Not this game, though.
And there's a Scroll of Protection, by the way, on the Undead. So these Fiends will be very pimped. They will have 2-1 upgrades, basically, with the Scroll popped. And now the Orc is trying to creep Jack shortly before the Granite Golem dies, and the statue's caught in a bad position. Immediately Ensnare's flying up, but also the TC, oh, so much trouble, has to use the Greater Invul right at the start of the fight, using the healing as well to go with it. Nice synergy there. He's trying to position himself for a stomp, and he's running back into the Granite Golem. This was a great stomp, and the statues are down already. And the Undead seems to have to run away, but now the invul's over. He's going for the TC again. Silence, Coil Nova, he's dead. Where's the healing? It's nowhere. The second hero dies, and now the Blade Master also in trouble. Fly! What's happening to your heroes, man? They're dead. They're all gone.
Indeed, and that's GG, and 120 is taking the first map very, very easily, because, yeah, what's up with Fly? That's the big question. I mean, that was really sloppy play. And if you don't feel secure with your skill today or whatever, why not add a Shadow Hunter?
Yeah,
that's a lot easier, I guess.
It's 2014 again. He doesn't play the heals, he doesn't play the Shadow Hunter, and he doesn't go for Spirit Link. Yeah, you need one of those, at least one of those. You need damage mitigation or healing. Otherwise, your heroes will just pop, and that's what happened. He didn't care about the army at all. Yeah, you got Raiders, yeah, you got Grunts, yeah, you got Kodos, and Troll, Berserkers, whatever. I kill your heroes, and then the game's over. Like, this is 2014. This is exactly what happened back then with WZ. Maybe Fly, a little bit too confident. Maybe things have been going too well for him. You can't play that way against the top Undead. It just doesn't work.
Indeed, it doesn't. But, yeah. Maybe it's the new dawn of Chinese talent here. ZDR in 120 in the final. That was unthinkable last year, for sure. But, yeah, Yumi out by ZDR, and now the world champion one map away from being eliminated from this tournament. Well, there's the game for third on Monday, but you know what I'm saying. I think the positioning on the Tauren Chieftain was also not that great. I think we saw 2 stomps that were good. Apart from that, he was silenced all over, so great play by 120 to keep him silenced all the time. But he kept blocking himself. Like the Raiders and Grunts were blocking the Tauren Chieftain so bad that he couldn't really move and so couldn't catch the Fiends, so the Fiends could do damage and the army was super small.
Yeah, I think he could have also done a slightly better job with microing his army, but I don't think it would have mattered in the end. Like, it's not that hard to micro, actually, for the Undead if the Orc plays like this. For example, I think the Asian Undeads are really good about this. The army of the Orc doesn't fucking matter. I think actually the Orc army is the worst army in the game. The heroes make the difference. If the heroes are either dead or out of the fight, you can win against the army with basically 3 heroes only. The army doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. Get rid of the heroes, then you win the game. That's why you need Spirit Link or Shadow Hunter or both. And yeah, the Asian undeads, the top undeads have realized this. For example, if we look towards Europe, the top undeads, which is Chechi, he's kind of not active though, so I don't know who I would mention for the top undead in Europe.
Should
but
Diane enter?
They continue going for the units. And I guess getting rid of raiders is nice and all, you don't get ensnared. But let him ensnare you. If there's no Blade Master to follow up the damage, it doesn't matter. So just get rid of the heroes. That is super simple strategy to success. And Fly needs to find a better answer, man. It definitely does not work with a TC second without Spirit Link.
Alright, we're waiting for the second map. Unfortunately, we didn't see the videos. We don't know what's coming up. But would you say that Amazonia is one of the better maps for Undead versus Orc?
Actually not. Orc can find many creep camps to take, and usually Orc can also punish the Undead fairly well, because he always knows where the Undead is creeping. The Grunts can reach around, he can try to go for the Fiends, but this little decision from the Undead in the early game with the Narrow Tower, and with taking the Sasquatch early, he wasn't punished at all, so pretty much perfect early game coming out of the Undead, but no, it was not a very good Undead map. Is there any very good Undead map against Orc? I don't know. If there is, I can't think of one.
No, me neither.
But Amazonia is usually, you find level 3 on the blade quickly, and then you, excuse me, annoy the Undead on tier 2. Jesus Christ, I'm not finding my words here. And then you find space for your second hero to creep. This time it was a TC, but he didn't get the level 3 before he engaged the first fight, and of course he lost that fight horribly, and there it's all spiraled out of control. But if you just go standard for the SH second, you creep him up, creep him to level 3, it is an entirely different story. But I think actually the maps are pretty damn balanced, all the ones we have, unless of course they play on Twisted Meadows, which is the worst Undead map there is, against Orc. I think it's not going to be decided by the maps at all.
Okay. So we don't know the second map. The Chinese casters are talking and laughing here. Don't know what's up there. But our buddy Forrest Bridge is back on the caster test. That's nice to see him succeed in China. And Dream as well. Old Night Elf player from WNV, someone? I don't know. But yeah, two very nice people. Shout out to China, Chinese caster teams. So... what else can we talk about here? This is one of 3 qualifiers for China. And I don't know when the second one starts, but I think it's like 3 seasons. Oh, next map is Twisted Meadows, by the way. It's like 3 seasons. The first season is the Chinese and Korean qualifier. The second season will be the Chinese and European qualifiers. So Europeans who want to participate, get ready. I think... this points towards the Gamescom final again, right?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Damn hope so. That was so much fun, man. That was amazing. Thanks again, by the way, to Matze, who showed up there. He might be watching right now. A few of our fans showed up at Gamescom, and we were hanging out with them, playing some Overwatch. We were actually able to talk the Blizzard guys into us getting in through the VIP area. We were like, yeah, we're casting Warcraft 3 over there. You remember that game? They're like, yeah, kind of. They were really hesitant. So can we get into the gaming area through the VIP access? Yeah, all right, sure. Come on, get in.
That was cool.
And then we played Overwatch against, actually, what's his name? Jeff Kaplan, the game director. We actually played against him, and he commended me on my Tracer play, who's a really fun hero. You can annoy the shit out of your opponents.
One of Remo's best skill, annoy the shit out of...
you should have seen me yesterday. I was at my peak.
Well, yeah, I can imagine. I saw a picture of you this morning.
Yeah, I was...
Tells a lot.
I was asleep in the...
Shall I show it on stream?
Yeah, sure. You can go ahead.
All right.
It's not too bad. Nothing to fear. But actually, what does the third place decider decide?
It's just about money. I think 4th place is no prize money. Rank 3 is like $3,000 or something.
Okay.
So to show you in what state Remo was yesterday, this is him. Lying on the floor in his apartment, completely out. Black out, but feet are crossed.
Yeah, I do have some grace, even when I'm blackout drunk.
But how late was that?
I got no idea. I got absolutely no idea. My memories start very early into the night.
So
Gotta get some water.
But I guess not much sleep. Same for me. But since there's Warcraft, we have to be here, obviously. But that's some dedication. Shout out to Remo.
I really hope the WCA people are not watching today, by the way. Don't think they would be too thrilled.
Well, we don't get paid to cast this, so we can basically do whatever we want.
Yeah, but we want to get to Yinchuan.
I think it's pretty safe to say that we're gonna go to Yinchuan.
Yeah, but Frank likes us, and Lily Lily really likes you, so.
Understandably so.
I like that laugh.
Oh well.
So, what's the plan for today after the cast, Neo? What you gonna be doing? You gonna be doing some laundry?
I think I'm gonna go to sleep right away. Because it's gonna be like 8 p.m. or something.
Yeah, man. Long day today. But we are still in the WCA match here. We have a lot more Warcraft to come today. Jera Cup following this up. But for now, we're still in the semi-final, man. We're looking for the opponent of ZDR. Yes, it's right. ZDR is in the grand final. No one was expecting this, but it is actually the case. We have the Undead actually leading 1-0 after Fly went back to his old trades, I guess, which is the TC second without Spirit Link, and he got absolutely riggedy wrecked, as Rick from Rick and Morty would say. So this time, Twisted Meadows, this is the best map there is in the map pool, no questions asked. There's nothing better for Orc against Undead, and he needs to make it work here. And I think he's going to change it up. I think he realizes that his strategy absolutely did not work out, and I expect a different game here.
Yeah, me too. There's so many spots where the Blade Master can find great items. All the nulls here for claws, of course, the laboratories for Vamp Aura or the Boots of Quel'Thalas. A lot of opportunities for the Blade Master to pimp himself. And of course, since it's the big map, and Fly likes to go tier 3, there's always the opportunity for an expansion, since his natural is so far away from the Undead base.
Oh!
He stole it, right? Yeah, with an Acolyte.
He stole it with the Acolyte and the Skeleton. Are you serious, man? What is happening? And now the Grunt. We saw a Grunt getting surrounded in the early game from ZDR on Turtle Rock. Is this gonna be the case again? Nah, there's not enough Skeletons here, no Fiends. Grunt is kind of low though. He could decide to chase it down with the coils, or is he gonna try to creep jack his opponent again? Skeleton scouting very nicely. Also something we saw WFZ doing super well, and 120 continues to do so himself. And yeah, this Grunt man is gonna die. There's no way he keeps him alive, and the Null Overseer isn't even dead. Again, really good early game for the Undead.
It looks fantastic for 120. He's just demolishing Fly at the moment, but yeah, that's actually surprising since 120 is spending so much time playing Hearthstone. He wants to become a Hearthstone pro now, but still, in the first minutes we've seen now, he's wiping the floor with Fly, who did actually great in his group stage.
Yeah, but this is the Fly trademark early game. Lose a Grunt, win anyway.
True.
So I don't think he's gonna fall apart as heavily as ZDR did on Turtle Rock, but of course he lost 3 Grunts there. He lost 3 Grunts in the early game against an Undead. Like, I don't even know how that happened. I cast that game, I still don't know. But don't think it's gonna be the case here. Blade Master has, of course, level 2. He has the Circlet, he has the Boots. He kind of got what he wants. And WFZ is still a little bit struggling to deal with his Blade Master, and that's, of course, the big strength of the Blade early game. The Undead doesn't have an answer. Simple as that. Does not have an answer to the Blade Master. Before the Lich is out with the Frost Armor, he can just bully around the Undead by himself, and the Grunts can kind of do their own creeping thing, but he's super late, man. He only now continues to creep the Overseer, so usually that's why Twisted Meadows is so great. You get level 2, you get the Boots, you keep the Undead busy, and the Grunts can easily find experience elsewhere on the map. You easily get to level 3, and maybe the Undead isn't even gonna be level 2. But the Skeletons, no way!
Oh no,
they didn't get it.
But it was super close. But he got rewarded with a class +6. and the skeletons can't destroy that, obviously. So 120 starting his first creep spot as well. Also the null. He knows that the Blade Master will be around, I guess. There's one more heal self, but yeah, full mana. Everything is good. Tier 2 tech for Fly. Once again, he's going for the Tauren Chieftain Beastry. No Lodge, no Spirit Walker. Does he not learn from his mistakes before in map number 1? Or does he know, okay, on Twisted things are a little different?
That's a big question. He has the TC again and no Lodge Man. Is he gonna add a Lodge? Is he gonna go tier 3, creep to level 3, avoid the fights and then get the Lodge? Or is he gonna try to bank on the SH third? But that's risky. You have to get that guy to level 3. Of course, on Twisted it's possible, but we saw 120 putting on insane pressure before that was possible actually. Oh, but I'm fearing for the Orc, to be honest.
Well, you're talking about diminishing damage. Look at the item on the Blade Master, Rune Bracers.
Oh, that's actually huge. That's actually huge. That is maybe the best item he could have found.
Yeah.
This might even be better than the Pendant of Mana. But that's a close call. But yeah, he definitely needs this damage mitigation. But Blade Master can still be kited. There is still Frost Armor. And the TC will still most likely be vulnerable. And look at this. I don't know if he scouted this or if he senses this, but he's running right over to the Orc. He doesn't even have level 3 on the DK. He hasn't got a single coil, no statue. So even though the TC is weak on level 1, this is very brave. This might be a little too brave. The Fiend's now eating the damage of the blade. The Frost Armor comes too late here. There's still no coil. 10 mana missing. Oh, the creep actually blocking, but he gets the Fiend. And Fly turns around. He's scared of these 3 Fiends. Look at the respect he's giving 120.
Yeah, Moon said it as well. 120, the most promising player in the Warcraft scene. That is the new talent, the new star on the rise. But so far, yeah, you mentioned it, no level 3 death, and he's far away actually. His item drops were not that great. Second Fiend about to die. There is another Windwalk, and the damage output is not that great from the Undead, but he retreats here. Does not want to go into any risks at all.
A player's forces
so Raiders are coming, and I guess the first Kodo Beast is also not that far away. Finally 120 is finishing the spot, but the Blade Master is luring around once again.
Only one Windwalk remaining though, and he might fear a fight coming very soon, but there's no level 3 DK as we said before, and that's still where the Orc can feel kind of safe. So safe in fact, he's creeping right next to the UD. Of course he has perfect vision from the Blade Master all the time, walking Sentry Ward, and now he's gonna get the null. No, he's too slow. A very rare mistake from Fly. Usually he's always on top of his Blade Master control.
Yeah, it's one of the best in the entire game, but not today. Something seems wrong with him. Level 2 on the on the Tauren Chieftain with the Ring of Protection +3. War Mill is coming, tier 3 tech is finished, so now that's gonna observe the altar here. Well, will we see a third hero? I think there's plenty of creep spots to take to get the Shadowhunter back up to level 2 or 3. But so far, nothing happening.
And imagine if he had an SH. Oh, and he goes for the Pit Lord! Neo!
Yeah.
You have been asking for this, and I have always been saying, nope, that's a bad idea against the TC second. I guess he thinks I can make it work against the TC even without the silence. I think, never seen an Undead win against the TC without a silence. But maybe this is gonna be the first time. After all, it is 120, the best Undead in the world. But he's still 1 experience away from level 3 on the DK, but he finds the Zombie Mask. Oh, that's a good one. And he has no Dust of Appearance, by the way, which makes the Blade Master pretty survivable. But actually no, not this time, because he has no mana for Windwalk. And he again has no Invulns. Are you serious?
He has a healing potion though.
Yeah,
and the Shadowhunter.
And a Shadowhunter. Alright, it is the SH third. There is gonna be some healing. It's gonna be healing wave level 1, I'm pretty damn sure. And here we go. Fight starts. Howl of Terror coming in. The first stomp hitting nicely.
Here we go, Blade Master of course taking care of the Fiend's Growth, the Beast being used, and that's a lot of damage. Another Stomp almost hits the entire army, and there is reveal. I guess the Fiend is dead, but once again the Blade Master nuked to death, and even the rune bracers can't help him anymore. Now next target, Torrent Chieftain. Coil, but he survives for now.
And the bracers are actually on the TC.
On the TC,
Weird
yeah, right.
choice. TC wasn't level 3, so he's not that threatening. And it happens again, man. He loses his first hero again. I guess you don't need a Dark Ranger if you can just pop the Blade Master immediately. And the TC isn't that big of a threat. Now he kills the Burrows. He kills the shop that is being recreated. And look at the confidence from 120. He just doesn't care. And this really doesn't seem to be Fly's day today.
Yeah.
TC coming in, eating the coil. Nobody heal, just barely coming out in time. The rune brace is there, keeping him alive. But there's no healing for him. There's no heal cells. There's no shop. There might be a level 1 heal wave, but it's only level 1, so who really gives a damn? And now the Orc is struggling to defend his own base, but it doesn't seem like he can actually engage level 2 on the Pit Lord already.
Just from one fight, the Blade Master is halfway back. Another Coil, another Grunt dead, more experience. And that's almost a level 3 Lich. Still with the Invo Potion, no threat at all. Fly cannot contest this, but he keeps his Burrow alive for now. And now that the Siege upgrade is ready, reinforced defense, I guess you can't knock it down anymore. Is 120 overcommitting to this once the Blade Master is out? I don't think so. I think he knows exactly what he does.
And there's no shop here, so the sustain for the Orc is super weak. Fly hasn't rebuilt the shop outside the base, which I think he should have done a long time ago. But once the Blade Master is back, maybe a few crits can do the job. He's using a lot of mana here. That was the last Coil Nova. But there is the Zombie Mask, of course, which helps significantly. But the one Destroyer also very low HP, but he's picked off so many units, man. It's only 2 Grunts and a Kodo remaining.
Yeah, and the Destroyer's back to full HP. No Coil at the moment, but he gets the Kodo Beast most likely. Or lets it get away. There is still the potion on the Blade Master. He goes into Windwalk to save himself now. Triple hero for Orc has to carry, but the levels are not sufficient. He gets Speed Scroll, Heal Wave, saves the Kodo, and the Kodo is actually so important because of the damage aura. Once again trying to get the Destroyer, but no chance. Fly's only option is to run away. Oh, he's a little runaway.
And I think he really doesn't have any other choice. Like, Fly, you can't play like this against the best Undead in the world. Undead has one big advantage over any other race, and that is the hero nuke. Undead is stronger at this than any other race. We of course have known this since, I don't know, 10 years now. But Fly seems to have forgotten it today. He has been losing heroes way too easily. Where are your invos, bro? Where are they? Last map, he didn't get one for the first fight. This map, he didn't get one either. And he gave the bracers to the TC, who was level 2. What in the... I'm sorry, but what in the shit is this, man? Like, this can't work. Fly, what is happening? You can't win like this. Today really doesn't seem to be his day at all.
But never underestimate Orc with a Blade Master on tier 3. But we have a Spell Shield now on the Lich, so no hacks possible. The second Destroyer's out. Kodo Beast picked up immediately. Fly losing unit after unit due to the Nova, due to the magic damage from the Destroyers. He has a first Wyvern.
And this Wyvern is a clear sign of that he doesn't know what the fuck to do. Like, yeah. I don't know, man. How do I win this game? Maybe air units? Question mark. But no, absolutely not. He's getting a tower in his main. Again, another sign of what the hell do I do? But 120 doesn't care. He's attacking the main. He's attacking the tower. Is Fly looking for a counter attack in the base? No, he's not. He's trying to defend, but how can he possibly win this? 3 destroys will be there. No, nice stomp actually, and finally level 3 for the TC. But the second Kodo dies. He got one for free before actually it survived on 17 HP. And the second great stomp is his comeback in this game. The destroyers though still alive up in the air, but one might be falling. No, actually the coil saving it. So much mana region from the Zombie Mask again, and the Blade Master. Oh boy, you're close to dying. Where is the speed scroll? Where's the save? Here we go. He's running away, but the coil follows. And again, seriously, again, he loses his Blade Master.
For the 4th time on 2 maps, Fly is without his first hero, and the Torrent Chieftain has to carry again. How many resources does he have? Okay, he gets the Blade Master back at the table, but that's so expensive and he needs supply. He's down 40 food to 57 and the Orc heroes, the Undead heroes look so strong. 4-3-3 and yeah, Hall of Terror, so strong on level 2. Here comes the Orc again with 3-3-2, not even level 2 heal wave. And what's the heck's worth when there's Spell Shield involved?
A player's forces are under attack.
Well, he's catching some reinforcements. That's the right start. He needs some more of what he had last fight. These amazing storms. They really have to be the carry for this game. And he also needs some involts, but I guess he thinks otherwise. He has bought way too few this entire series. But the destroyers are low now, and the TC is walking in. Again, there is no silence, so the Stomp hitting nicely again. The heal wave coming out after the TC was dropping low and the first destroyer falls. Maybe he can now finally fight through this. The shop is back up again. Howl of Terror coming in though, and there's only 2 units alive for the Orc. And the Blade Master can't carry this solo. In fact, he's being focused right now. Healing Potion being used. Coil used defensively on the Pit Lord, not offensively. He's losing another Kodo for free, but this Fiend on the north will also be falling. But again, Fly has to run away. He seems to just not be able to fight this.
The positioning of Fly is nice to cut the reinforcement, as you mentioned. So he got like a destroyer, a statue, something like that. Here comes the Torrent Chieftain again. He has plenty of mana, but the Shadow Hunter, only 1 heal wave left. That's not too much when you need to keep your Blade Master up. There's only 200 gold for Fly. Next Stomp hits basically everything, but he has to be careful. There's a coil coming. Will it go to the Blade Master or the TC? Next healing being used.
But the shop is down again. This is the most important thing. This limits the Orc's sustain by so much.
And he gives up.
And he doesn't even take the final fight.
Wow.
He just gives up.
Anticlimactic.
Totally outclassed today, man. And Fly, again, he's his own worst enemy. Like what we saw today, this was not Fly. I don't know if he was giving the account to someone else, but this is not the Fly we're used to seeing. And yeah, inconsistency has been a big issue of his in the past. At WCA, he seemed to finally have overcome it. But today, he's falling back, man. This is the relapse.
And we have a grand final of the first qualifier. ZDR versus 120. Like, what a miracle this is. What a miracle this is that 2 young bloods, 2 new talents. Well, ZDR has been around for quite some time, but at WCA 2014, he was so disappointing, dropping out of the group stage. And WCA 2015, he didn't win a single map in this tournament. Of course, also dropping out of the group stage. And now, all of a sudden, 5 months later, they're on top. Or he is on top and 120 is following him.
Yeah, it's so weird. Where is Infi? Where is TH? Where is Yumiko? Where is Fly? Well, they're all out. Instead, we have ZDR. It's absolutely crazy.
One of them is actually banned for qualifier number 2, and that is TH, who ended up last in Group A. So, of course, there's going to be a second chance for Fly TH, for Fly and Infi and Yumi and WFZ. But I think for TH, it looks horrible. I think he won't play this tournament, except he gets the wildcard.
Well, it's a little bit early to tell, though. There will still be the 3rd qualifier, right?
Yeah.
And at that point, like, only first place gets the slot, right?
Yeah. So it's between ZDR and 120 who gets the slot to China.
Yeah, so I guess after 2 qualifiers, 2 great players will already be out because they are already qualified. But it's China, man. It's a lot of great players and a lot of competition coming up. Yeah, and if Fly wants to make it, he definitely has to play different than today. Like, this was a shame to watch, honestly. This is not even close to world champion performance.
Material, yeah, indeed. Well, there is plenty of time, but regarding TH and Infi, I think they are dropping in terms of that people are scared of them. That's not the case anymore. And people are playing better and better against them. Maybe they don't practice as much anymore. So for the next qualifiers, I see many motivated players. Like, I don't think that Fly is going to stop practicing. And I think Yumiko will practice like crazy. And maybe Infi and TH will fall off here. And their time is definitely over in 2016.
I don't know about Infi. I think Infi still has the fire in him. I think Infi doesn't want to give up the crown of Warcraft, he hasn't held in a while. At GCS, we saw him coming back, but that was kind of a brief resurfacing of the old Infi. After that, he hasn't been dominant at all. But I think he still has the hunger. But about TH, I'm on the same page as you. I think, as sad as it is to say, I think TH's time is over.
Yeah.
I think it has come and gone.
Whew, the new dawn of new talents in Warcraft after 14 years. It's gonna be good, and of course we see many old legends coming back with rekindled fire, and they overcome the gods of 2013-14. But yeah, we're gonna see the game for third on Monday, 12 CEST again. I think it's gonna be a best of 5 between Yumiko and Fly. That's also very entertaining. It's the regame of the WCA consolation final of 2014, I guess. So that's gonna be good. I have no idea when the grand final is. No one was able to tell me. So I think you just have to stay tuned to Reddit and read more and go to and Good Game and stuff. And we'll keep you posted about this.
Yeah,